Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Unless we accept something blindly, we will not start our journey in life. For example, we decide that I have to go from here to Delhi by a flight. We decide. And what is the blindness in this? The blindness is that I will reach Delhi. Now we don't know whether we'll reach Delhi or not. But we accept we'll reach Delhi. And then we start. Otherwise, it is something like this. Suppose we go to sit in the flight and we get a doubt whether this flight is going or not, whether it will land or not, whether there is some mistake, we'll withdraw. Then we decide to go by car. Again, if a doubt comes, I don't think this car can take me there. We'll withdraw. So what is the inner strength? Inner strength is blind faith. And this blind faith alone helps us keep going in life. So, if blind faith is the very foundation of our life, now the question is, we have faith in LIC. See? You pay and die, we will take care of your people. See? But we have no faith in the words of Bhagavan Krishna where he says, Yogakshemam Vahamyam, I shall take care of you. Our faith in the divine sanction is doubtful. Now such people, neither they can enjoy the worldly life, nor can walk the spiritual path. See? Therefore, like in the 4th chapter of Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatparaha sayyatendriyaha. The knowledge is gained only by the one who has Shraddha, the faith. Many people have this funny notion that I don't have blind faith. They don't understand what they are talking. Faith is required only when you are blind. See, when you know, you don't require faith. When you don't know, and yet you have to continue, then what is that inner strength, friends? It is not inner weakness. Many people have this funny notion. Those who have faith, they are weaklings. They are not weaklings. To jump into the unknown darkness, you require courage and inner strength. So the God we don't know, the path we don't know, the scriptures we don't know, the Mahatmas we don't know, and yet we jump into the study of the scriptures, we go and listen to the Mahatmas, we don't know who is what. See, friends. Therefore, our spiritual journey begins with the foundation of faith. Now, on the basis of this, now see, Vedanta is analyzing and learning from our experiences in the light of the wisdom given in our scriptures. We analyze and learn from our experiences. This technique is called as Adhyaropa Apavad. Adhyaropa Apavad means what? Something unknown is indicated to us with reference to something known. Like, suppose we give address to somebody. Hey, you come to my house. Where is your house? My house is, do you know that McDonald's of, restaurant? Yes. They are in Maninagar? Yes. When you take a left turn from that restaurant, then the second house on the right side. So the house is not known to us. But what is known? McDonald. Now, after we reach the house, do you require all the time to refer to the McDonald? You drop it. See, this is technique called as Adhyaropa Apavad. First of all, we have superimposed that McDonald restaurant has nothing to do with our house. But that is the only thing we know. Now apply this principle. What we know this world. What we don't know, the truth, Paramatma. So what the scriptures do? They indicate Paramatma to us with reference to the world. See? And after the truth is known, then you drop the world. Like after you have reached the house, you drop that McDonald. Suppose for something happens, there is some litigation, and that McDonald restaurant is removed from that place. Next time you go, yaar wo to hotel chalayegi, I don't know how to come to your house. No. Once you know, you don't require any reference. Number one. Number two, once you know the truth, that this is your house, then will you worry and bother and think about that hotel? You will not. Exactly the same way. Till such time, we don't know the truth. We keep on talking, referring only to this world. And the moment you know the truth, the world is naturally dropped. It is something like this. Two examples I'll give you. This Adhyarop Apavad, superimposition and desuperimposition. This is the foundation of all wisdom to be discovered within your own being. See, Vedanta starts not with Paramatma, it starts with snake and the rope. Without snake and the rope, Vedanta cannot be taught. And what for these two things are there? The snake is made for the disciples to be beaten, and the rope is made for the guru to be hanged. So when the guru and the shishya, when they disappear, what remains is Paramatma. So, this example, snake and the rope. We see something, but we don't know what it is. But then what we do, we don't keep our mouth shut, our mind shut. We start projecting. And we project that it must be snake. Because it was long, I step on that, it moved also. It has to be a snake. And I think that's bitten me, I'm feeling pain. Then what we do? We go take a torch and we come to see and kill the snake. Because it is a rope is not known to us. Then when we switch on the torch light with a stick in the hand to kill the snake, and when we see it is a rope, not a snake, be very attentive. After that, will you ask, it's okay, it is a rope, but where the snake has gone? Will you inquire? Now those who will inquire, no, to theek hai, but where the snake has gone? In the same manner, after knowing the truth, there is a theek hai, I am realized, I know that, but where the world has gone? Then you are not realized straight away. See, friends, therefore, this technique of Adhyarop Apavad gives us pure, clear, distinct directions. And when you come to know yourself, through the reference of the known, the unknown is known. The moment the truth is known, everything else is dropped. So we start with this firm conviction. What is said? Paramatma dvayananda purna purvam swamaya swayameva jagat bhutva pravishad jiva rupataha. Our scriptures tell that Paramatma, see, like these words, sweet and very sweet, two words. The Rasgulla is sweet. The only sugar is very sweet. So what is the meaning? Sweet means there is something which is other than the sweet, because of which the sweetness is reduced. And only sugar is very sweet because other than the sugar there is nothing. In the same manner, we are Atma. So, for this Atma, other than the Absolute Self, there is something else. That something else is wrong notions. Wrong notions about the world, wrong notion about ourselves, wrong notion about God, and wrong notions about spiritual practice. So, Paramatma plus wrong notions is Atma. And when all the wrong notions are removed, when Rasgulla is removed, only sweet, then it is Paramatma, absolute happiness. In this manner, Paramatma, the absolute reality. Now, what is this absolute reality? It is Advaya Ananda Purnaha, three things. Advaya, non-dual. Non-dual means that where the sense of otherness is not valid. Because the moment the sense of otherness is valid, the following consequences happen. Number one, there is desire. Number two, there is anger. Number three, there is greed. Number four, there is fear. Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. See? There was a man, he went for hiking in a forest and he lost on the way with the group he was. So he thought, now it is becoming evening, I don't know which way to go, better I should stop here and pitch my tent and stay for the night. Tomorrow we'll see. He does accordingly. And when he has pitched his tent and staying inside the tent and praying to the Lord, Krishna, 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 I hope nobody comes, no tiger comes, no lion comes and all that, And in that fear, he sleeps. And when he sleeps, he starts snoring. And smelling the human smell, the tiger comes. And when the tiger comes, the tiger hears the snoring of this man. And the tiger gets frightened and runs away. Now see the difference. For the tiger, there was a sense of otherness. For this man, there was no sense of otherness. So no fear. See? Therefore, Advaya, fearless, non-dual, blissful, infinite being is Paramatma. So, Paramatma, Paranandaha. It is, Advayaha is non-dual. When there is no duality, there is no problem. These are the things, if you catch them and practice in life, you don't have to do anything else. Sadhana will happen. See, like when you take the food, digestion happens. We don't do digestion. Life will be lived without anybody being born. See, friends. So, how do we practice this knowledge? Paramatma is non-dual. Non-dual means there is no sense of otherness. And what is the sense of otherness? Sense of otherness is always in the form of options. Yes, no, good, bad, like, dislike, important, unimportant, joy, sorrows, gain, loss, victory, defeat, friend, enemy, birth, death. See? This is all otherness. So what will be the spiritual practice? Do not give yourself any choice. Lead a choiceless existence. Whatever is there, perfectly. Start with that. Whatever is there, perfectly all right. No option. The net result will be the world will stop bothering us. See, I was in New Jersey and my host, she told Swami, I don't have many people known, but we are a group of ladies and we have satsang. So you please come and address us, at least for one day, because you are passing through New Jersey. I said, okay, Mama, I'll come. But please don't mind, there won't be many people. I said, it's okay, even if nobody is there, you will give me food, that is all I want. I move from one place to another place only for food. No other purpose. Because my lectures will not make you wise. Now what is the reason, you find out. So, I said, don't worry, I'll come. And then when the lecture was there in which a small temple, there was a big crowd, about 120 people. In America, 120 is a huge number, huge. When this happened, how come so many people came? I said, I didn't call anybody, don't blame me. Once you have taken this vow in your life, you do not want any option. The world will stop bothering you. And when the world stops bothering you, you are with yourself. See, if the number of audience is the factor bothering me, where will be my attention? On you all. And if whether there are chairmen sitting in the chair or there is only chair without a man in that, it doesn't make any difference to me. Because for me both, the chair and the chairman are equal. Both of them don't change. See, the same thing. So many Mahatmas have come and gone. How does it matter? Ek aur sahi. See, friends, therefore, Advaya means this, practice this knowledge. And we give importance to the worldly things. And whatever importance we have given, that bothers us. If you give too much importance to discipline, you will be constantly miserable. Because you will expect discipline from others, and others cannot be changed. Then what is to be done? Either you become miserable or accept them as they are. Now which is the better option? Accept them as they are rather than you becoming miserable. See, friends, this is the meaning of spiritual practice. For us, spiritual practice means first of all change the makeup. And after the makeup is changed, then you sit before a Lord in a particular asana. And there also worries. Now, what should be the asana? Should I put the grass and then the deer skin and a towel and then sit like that? Whether it should be facing the south or the north, face upwards. Then non-essentials become our spiritual practice. So, Paramatma, Advaya, then Ananda. Ananda means, very simple, Ananda means absence of absence of dual experience, or experience of non-duality is Ananda. Now see, be attentive. In the deep sleep, We all have come from the deep sleep. Some of us continue now also. So we have come from the deep sleep. In the deep sleep, we were all happy. Now there, the sense of otherness was not there. Because neither we were anybody, nor we had anything. So when we are neither anybody nor have anything, that experience is Ananda. See? Yadu Maharaj asked a question to Dattatreya Bhagavan in Bhagavad Mahapuran. He was comfortably lying on the bank of Ganges, relax. See? You know that typical Buddha's position? I went to somebody's house and they told me, Swamiji, we believe in Buddhism. I said, very good. Do you believe? I said, yes. What do you like of Buddha? I said, I like this posture. Why? Maro goli so jao. See? How simple it is. So when we are in deep sleep, there is no sense of otherness. We are happy. Now what will be the spiritual practice? Anandam is what? When the object is other than me, Rasgulla is in the plate. The rasana, rasagulla, rasana. This tongue does not have rasana, but rasagulla. The rasagulla has all the ras. So what we do, when they are separate, we are miserable. See? Like, when, the traditional way, when they sit for taking food, the food is there, everybody is served, then only you can eat. Keep only looking at it. It doesn't get over quickly. And then they start the 15th chapter of Gita. So miserable because Rasagulla and Rasana are separate. And the moment it is over, you lift that terrible thing and land it on your tongue, close the mouth and the eyes. What is the experience? Ananda. See? So when there is a sense of otherness, there is no bliss. When the sense of otherness has disappeared, there is happiness. Advaya, Ananda. And where this can happen? Purna, where it is infinite. In the infinite alone, there is no sense of otherness. There are not two infinities. Infinite 1 plus infinite 2 is equal to how much? No. All mathematical calculations fail because infinite is 1 without a second. And when there is 1 without a second, there is no competition, there is no jealousy, there is no frustration, there is no achievement, there is no failure, there is only being blissful, that's it. Paramatma Dvayananda Purna Purvam Swamayaya. So before the creation of this world, Paramatma was like this. Then Swamayaya, by his own infinite divine potentiality, Swayameva Jagat Bhutva, then he himself became the world. Be attentive. Waters have the inherent potentiality to express as ocean and waves. See? Stones cannot make a ocean. Fire cannot make ocean. Air cannot make ocean. Space cannot make ocean. Only waters can make. Because water has got that specific Maya, inherent potentiality, because of which the water can express as the ocean. After the water is expressing as ocean, what is our perception? Our perception is how much deep is the water in the ocean. But what is the truth? Water is not in the ocean. The ocean is in the water. If you remove the water from the ocean doesn't remain. But now the upside down understanding is taking place. We are looking at the waters and we start calling it as the ocean. See, friends. This is what Swamaya Jagat Bhutva. The world is created. In Upanishad, there are many theories which are told about the creation of the world. Like in Taittiriya Upanishad is said, Tasmad Atmanaha Akasha Sambhutaha Akashad Vayu Vayu Agni Agni Rabha Adbhya Prithvi Prithivya Oshadaya Oshadibhyo Annam Annat Purushaha. From the space Paramatma, the space, the air, the fire, the water, the earth, the vegetation and human beings, everything is produced. In other Upanishad it comes Saikshata. He just decided and created the world. In other Upanishad it comes that it was Ekoham Bahusyam Prajayeti Sa Tapodapyata Tapastaptva Idagam Sarvam Asrujata. He just decided to be many and became many. So, this Paramatma thus became many of his own choice. And after having become many, so many bodies are born, then he started thinking, Madhrute, without me, how there will be experience? And therefore, he entered the bodies. After having entered the bodies, now Paramatma is called as the Jiva, the soul. Now it is something like this. The lady is a lady, then she became a wife, then she became a mother. So it is said, having become the mother, the lady entered the mother. See? So this is an entrance without entry. Like a man and husband, or a woman and a wife. So who is the husband? Husband is the one in whom man has entered. And wife is the one in whom woman has entered. See? And this wife or the husband, they are miserable. The man and the woman, they are not miserable. So if you want to find out, where is the husband in the man, can you find out? Where is the wife in the woman? And if my wife dies, where I, the husband, has gone? Find out. Give a police report. Think. In the same manner, this jiva is not the reality. But then we take this as the reality. We take husband as the real, wife as the real, mother-in-law as the real, and then we start suffering. They are not real. The man, woman, they are real. See, friends. Therefore, Swayameva Jagat Bhutva Pravishat Jiva Rupataha. So Paramatma alone became the whole world. And which are the type of bodies that he entered? Vishnu Adi Uttama Deheshu Pravishtu Devata Bhavat Martyadya Dhamadeheshu Sthitu Bhajati Martyatam. Now, having created various kinds of bodies, now Paramatma entered be attentive. Vishnu Adi means Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, various kinds of gods. And Martya Adi means you and me. So the same Paramatma entered in the bodies of the Vishnu, Brahma, etc. and became Brahma Vishnu. And the same Paramatma entered in the various body of human beings, animal, donkeys, etc. and became that. The be attentive is very simple. You feel it is difficult. It is not. See, man with the conditioning of his father is called as son. The same man with the conditioning of his wife is called as husband. The same man with the conditioning of his son, he is called as the father. Now, has this man become three? Now the same man is simultaneously both cause and effect. He is an effect with reference to his father. He is a cause with reference to his son. So, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, etc. This is the causal level of creation. So, Paramatma first of all manifests as the cause. And the effect is the other yonis, the world, the plant, the animals, etc. So, now where is our attention in this story? Our attention is on the multiplicity. Okay, Brahmaji, forehead, Vishnu, four hands, Shivji, three eyes. Our attention is not on Paramatma. See, friends, like the children are taught the summation or counting with the chocolates in their hand, and we think that we are teaching the children mathematics, 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, but their attention is on the chocolate. Then after the classes over, they enjoy. What did you learn, beta, in your school? Today we had good chocolates. Arey Baba, chocolate is not the thing. Exactly the same way. We get carried away by Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Jiva, this life, that life, Papa, Punya, hell, heaven, and the very purpose of teaching is lost. See, friends. Therefore, this Paramatma, having entered the causal level, becomes the causative creation. So, cause is always unknown and effects are known. And from the effects we reach the cause. See, like somebody has dysentery, effect. Cause, last night's dinner. So when the food was taken, it was not known, it is having some problem. But when effect was seen, then immediately the cause was established. Now, after the effect, the cause is established, therefore, who is the cause? Effect is the cause of the cause, or the cause is the effect of the cause? ऐसा ही है. Therefore, that which is mutually dependent is supported by something which is independent. Because of the eyes, we can see the colors and forms. If there are no colors and forms, absolute darkness, we cannot check whether the eyes are functional or not. So because of the vision, the colors and forms are, or because of the colors and forms, the vision is, they are mutually dependent. So these mutually dependent variables are supported by the third independent factor called as the mind. See, friends. Similarly, when the mind is manifest, the waking world comes into existence. And when the waking world has come into existence, then only the mind has manifested. So, they are mutually dependent. Now, this mutually dependent mind and the world dependent on something which is independent of both of them, and that is the pure conscious existence. Whether it is waking or no waking, conscious existence remains independent. This is the purpose of telling this cause and effect in our scriptures. But instead of knowing this, we get lost in cause and effect. And all the time ask the same question, why God has created this world? One youngster asked me this question. Such questions come from those people who are frustrated in life. Therefore, the children, when they ask the question, they have got jigyasa, inquiry, they really want to know. Old people don't have questions, they have got complaints. Complaints because of failure totally in life, Therefore, after having created at a causal and effect level, so karya karana mithya. Now take another example. Ocean is the cause, waves are the effect. If there are no waves, Can you call the ocean as a cause? Cause of what? If there is no effect, if there is no baby born, can that man be called as a father? No. See, friends. Therefore, cause and effect are mutually dependent. But the waters are independent of the cause and effect. Water is both the ocean as well as the wave, and yet beyond both, therefore, cause and effect, ocean and wave, they are superimposed on the waters. So we are looking at the waters and we say the sea or the ocean, we are playing with the waters, but we say we are surfing on the waves. So what we have done? To that waters we have abused by two words. One word is ocean, the second word is waves. See, friends, in the same manner, this Paramatma alone is the truth. Because we are lost in the cause and effect, we get lost in the, gods and I, the poor, papoham, papakarmam. No. That is why, study Vedanta requires courage to drop our wrong notions if we have discovered that we were wrong in this way. But no, I have been doing puja for so many years, now what will happen to that puja? Continue, don't ask questions. There was one student, he was a Swami when he came for study. And his name was Madhavananda, I still remember, I don't know where is he now. So he asked me, Swamiji, I want to study. I said, study, come. And I don't mind you being in this your Swami attire, but you will be a black sheep in a white flock. You will feel yourself in an odd place. You will have a separate identity, and the very purpose of study will be defeated. So as long as you are a student here, remove your this ochre clothes, put on white like others and study. And the most important, drop everything. Don't come here with any burden on your head. No, I don't have any burden. I got only my puja thing. I am devotee of Krishna. Listen, I said, then you are gone. No, I will do the puja as well as study. I said, okay, continue. And then we are studying Kenopanishad. In Kenopanishad, a mantra comes. Yan manasana manute yena ahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. That because of which the mind is functional, but that which cannot be known by the mind, that is the reality, and not these various mantras you are chanting, infinite mantras for happiness. That is not the truth. Then, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi, you are the reality, not these things outside. So when he was listening, then he came to my room. Swamiji, today I am shattered completely. I have been doing the puja of my Shaligram, and I have been offering. You told me it's useless. I said, no, I am useless. Go. Nayamatma balahinena labhya. Unless we are ready to drop our wrong notions, we will never be able to practice this knowledge. And karma and upasana, they are meant for the means, they are not the goal of life. Karmani chitte shuddhyartham, aikagryatham upasanam, mokshartham brahma vijnanam iti vedanta dindima. So karma is done for the purification of the mind. Our mind is carrying the burden of the likes and dislikes. So when we practice karma, it is not practice for getting something out of the world, but it is for the purification of the mind. We do the things not under the influence of the likes and dislikes, but under the influence of the wisdom. See, friends, unless we recognize this truth, then only we function outside, attention is inside. Karmani chitte shuddhartham. Then upasana is done to work on the mind, 99% people do upasana by working by the mind. No. Upasana and karma, they are done to work on the mind, not by the mind. What is the difference between working by the mind, on the mind? Working by the mind, upasana. Example. Oh, I don't have time, but I have to complete that japa. My Guru Maharaj has told me, and he told me 21 manas. Working by the mind. We have to finish that japa. See? Working on the mind. You are not worried about the number. You are not worried how many times you are chanting. Your attention is how much time you have spent to be with the Lord. There you take slowly, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This is working on the mind. Karma and upasana, they are meant for working on the mind. And when the mind becomes pure and single-pointed, then only the study of scriptures and proper understanding is possible. See? And for that the teacher says, Aneka janma bhajanat svavicharam chikirshati vicharena vinashtayam mayayam shishyate swayam. Aneka janma bhajanat. When one has continued in this way, life is no more a struggle to achieve things in world, no more a beggary before the Lord. Oh Lord, give me this, give me that. No. All attention in every path, whether it is karma, yoga, bhakti or knowledge, all the paths are working on the mind. Because life is lived only through the mind. See? My lips, they are not talking. My tongue is not talking. If there is no mind behind them, I won't be able to talk sense. Similarly, your ear and drums are not hearing. There has to be the mind behind the ears. Then only what is said is cognized, recognized, understood, stored in the mind. So mind is the one on which every path is attacking. See? But we are no more interested in that. We are interested in the outside. If I do this thing, I will get the siddhis. See? Yoga fellows, tapasvis, they get lost in siddhis. Or they get lost in various kinds of things which are happening. I was sitting there for meditation. Suddenly, a very strong, bright ball of light came and entered in me. And everything changed from that time onward. Now those who read this thing, they are waiting. Arey ball aaja, ball aaja. And the ball never comes. And they get frustrated. Then they go for seeing football. Chalo. Don't get lost in that, friends. Don't get lost. Otherwise, you will be leading a life of only imagination. See? If it is happening with somebody, let it happen. How does it matter? Remember one basic principle. Spiritual life is not a mimicry. See? Somebody has purchased Rudraksha Mala. Your Rudraksha Mala is in the... No, I have done silk thread. Gold. So, rich devotee. Hello. Spiritual life is not a mimicry. Simple thing. Focus attention on your own being. And when will this happen? Aneka janma. It will take its own time. Aneka janma bhajanat. Oh God, how many more years it will take? It has already been done. Without that, he would not have been here. Oh God, we never knew that we are so great. Of course you are. See, Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschit mam vetti tattvataha. See, grammatically speaking, plural in Sanskrit means three and more. Singular, dual and plural. Ramaha, singular, Ramau, dual, Ramaha, plural. Plural means three and more. So, Manushyanam sahasreshu. So, for calculation purpose, among 3,000 people, Kaschid Yadati Siddhaye, rare is the one who is putting efforts. Such 300 ones again. Such people who are minimum 300, among them, they put the right kind of efforts. And such another 3,000, sorry. Sahasreshu is 1,000. Among these 3,000 who are putting right kind of efforts, they reach the destination. See? So behind every one of you, there are 9,000 people. Acha, you are leader, no doubt about it. They don't have that thing, aneka janma bhajana, and I don't know kitne saal bhajan karna. No, Baba, you already done that. Without that, you will not be interested in listening to Vedanta Shastra. See, friends, therefore, recognize this best opportunity God has given us. Otherwise, whole life we get lost only. Seva karo, bhajan karo. How long? See, one person told me in Puttaparthi, very nice person, he has been with Baba for many years, more than 30-40 years. And he happened to be with me for some time. And he said, Swamiji, I want to ask you one question. How long, sir, how long, sir? I have been serving for last 30 years. Kuch farak nahi pada. See, can you continue to be in KG1, KG2 throughout life? You have to grow in the same manner. If we are really growing in our spiritual quest, you will be naturally inclined for study of Vedanta Shastra. Otherwise you will get lost only in this last life, this life, next life. Pap, punya, dharma, adharma. Do good to somebody and construct a school and collect the funds and have the ashram, they have disciples. And more the number of ashram, more dispassionate is the Mahatma. See, friends, this is the self-deception. Therefore, we have already come to this point. Be attentive. In nature, whatever evolution that can be possibly happened is the human body. Beyond the human body, there is no possible evolution at the body level. Plants take food from below, grow upwards. Animals eat from the front, grow backwards. Human beings eat from above, grow downwards. Now what next? Eat from back and grow frontwards. What is the next possibility? So all the possibility of evolution has reached its zenith, acme, at the level of the human body. Hereafter, evolution can be only spiritual. See, once this point becomes clear, you will remain very much in this world, but this world will have no consequence on you. See? It is something like this. When the dream is over and after we are awakened to the waking state, will we feel bad? Oh God, I got $1 million lottery, I couldn't bring the money here. No. because it is already discarded. Similarly, aneka janma bhajanat swavicharam chikirishati. Now such a person, he is now starts inquiring, wanting to know about who am I, what is this world, who is God, and what is the spiritual practice. Who am I? This question can come in our mind only if, at least theoretically, we have accepted that we are the embodied living in the body but not the body. Unless this is theoretically at least accepted, this question, who am I, is invalid. See? One youngster, like any one of you, asked me this question in a university. And his question was, Swamiji, who am I? So I asked him a question. I said, shall I tell you the truth or bluff? He said, for a change, tell the truth. So I told him, I said, you are a fool of the highest order. He got so, do you mean Ramana Maharshi was a fool? I said, no, I don't mean that. But then you said, because this was the question he raised, who am I? I said, look here, he didn't ask me this question. You have asked me this question. I am replying to you, not to him. And then I told him, my dear, till such time you accept you are a body, you have no question. Whether I am a man or woman, I am young or old, I am beautiful or awful. Where is the question? The real question can become a burning issue in our life if we have accepted ourselves to be someone other than the body. Then who am I? See, friends, there was one boy in US, it happened many years before, and this boy was adopted by one family and he became 35 years of age. So when I met that white couple, so I said, hey, what is your son doing? Then they told me his story. He is not our son, we adopted him. And when he came to know that we are his foster parents, his only thing is he is searching who are his parents. Who are his parents? Because they are not my parents. Then the question, who are my parents? See? And whole life he has been spending only on that. And finally he came to know about it, tracing all the records. He came to know his mother is somewhere in Calgary in Canada, and he went to see her. Her one leg was chopped off because of the diabetes, and she was a prostitute. After that, she told, yes, according to these records, you are my son, but now you go, stay wherever you are staying, I have nothing to do with you. See, friends, till such time, we accept that I am the body. Who am I? Question is invalid. This question will not come to your mind. Therefore, swavicharam chikirishati, the inquiry about the self can kindle only if you start working on this basic issue. Can I be the body? See? Simply I am not the body, like the parrot story. You know that story? The hunter comes and he spreads the net, and the elder one tells, don't go there, he will throw the seeds and then he will go and he will catch you and go away. Yes, the whole mantra is chanted, I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the mind. And when something happens, oh, there is a pain here, pain there, pain everywhere. See, friends, therefore, first step on the spiritual path, start playing what it means to be other than the body. Start playing. See, I am other than AMA. I have nothing to do anything with AMA. Therefore, will I be worried about anything about AMA? When I am here, spend time cheerfully, happily. And I know very well I have to go. So when I have to go, will I create friends and enemies in this place? If I create friends, I'll be miserable when I part from them. If I create enemies, I am miserable right now. So how will I live? Live here for a time pass. That's all. Now apply this principle in your day-to-day life. But we become possessive of this world. And the possessiveness is valid only when we are identified with the body. When you sleep at night, where are you? When are you? And what are you? There is neither a place, nor a time, nor a person. And yet you are happy. See, friends, therefore the first spiritual practice is working on this to be someone other than the body. Work on it. It is for this purpose your yoga pranayam is done. But the yoga pranayam fellows, they get more and more buried in the body. For them, yoga is for health. Yoga is for early pregnancy. Could you believe that? That means that fellow inside is tortured right now onwards. Yoga karo, yoga karo. See? When I go to Nepal, in Nepal, the local Nepalis, they do not say pranayam. They say, hey, Ramdev kiya kya aaj? Pranayam is done for separating yourself from the body. But that is forgotten and we get lost only in the health issue. One should be healthy, but health is not only purpose of life. What will you do by remaining healthy? Now all of you are healthy. What difference it makes either to you or to anybody? And all healthy people are problematic. See? If there is somebody who is having some pain here, pain there, he is busy with his own pain. And those who are healthy, old healthy people in the house is a big problem. Because these healthy old people, because they are old, they can wake up early in the morning because whole night they don't sleep. And youngsters in the house, when they are sleeping up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they become angry. आजकल के बच्चे उठते रहे. अरे, you enjoy, let them enjoy. See? Because they are healthy, they focus attention on others. Look at me, how healthy I am. And that is the problem for us. Don't make health as the goal of life. See, friends, Patanjali very clearly tells, and yet these yoga fellows don't understand this. Patanjali says, Jati Ayu Bhogaha. Where you will be born, what you will be born, what will be your longevity, and what will be the experiences you are due. It is already predetermined. See, friends, therefore the first spiritual practice is separate yourself from the God's body identification. Then it can be done vicharena vinashtayam, only by proper inquiry. See? Don't try to destroy, okay, I destroy my body, nothing will happen. So, vicharena vishtayam, mayayam, shishyate swayam. When this wrong notion, maya means what? Now be attentive. Maya means measured experience is maya. See? Like by our eyes, we can see only the light spectrum starting from violet up to red, Vibgyor. This is the only spectrum which is visible to the human eyes. And if we say, whatever I can see with my eyes, that alone I believe or accept, and what I don't see with my eyes, I don't accept, then we are under the influence of Maya. Now extend this. All that I can understand through my intellect, that alone I accept. If I don't understand, I don't accept. Influence of Maya. See? Therefore, many people ask this question. Youngsters, but Swamiji, have you seen God? They feel they ask a great question. So I reply the same way. Why should I tell you? No. Same question was asked by Vivekananda to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I said, you may be Vivekananda, I am not Ramakrishna. I am like simple guy, nothing to do. See? So when we say, have you seen God, what we mean, that God is an object to be seen by the eyes. And this is the basic error. See, friends. So, when the Maya is destroyed, the truth is revealed. So, are these two stages? First, Maya destroyed, then the truth is revealed. This is taken here. Advayananda rupasya sadvayatvam cha dukkhitam bandha prokta swarupena stitir muktir tiryate. Essentially, we are non-dual blissful self. And when we take the duality to be real and the miserable entity to be real, it is called as bondage. And Swarupena Sthiti, and when you come to discover you are the non-dual absolute blissful being, that is called as moksha, liberation. In short, in bondage there is somebody. In liberation there is nobody. Body is never liberated. Liberation from the body. Normally, we are talking about the same thing. That, one person asked me, Swamiji, don't make fun of me. I said, there is no need. Go ahead. The question is, when will I get realized? And can you tell me how much level of realization I have come? So I told, you have come up to knee. Realization up to knee it has come. But it is not going up. It's again going down, again going up. But what is the reason? Because the knee pain. Oh God. Wherever there is pain, you are not realized. Dukkhita. Because pain will be there, but because of the pain, have you become painful? That is important. It is not that you will not feel pain, then you are dead. See, like I was probably in Kedarnath somewhere, and we went by helicopter. Therefore, reach is hardly 6-7 minutes. And I was in the first helicopter. So I thought, let me go behind Kedarnath, about 5-7 kilometers, where from that Mandakini river starts. And I went very fast. I reached there, had this origin where there's a lake and all that, very cold water. It was like a sheet of ice. So when we touched, it was transparent, but it was ice. It was not water at all. So we just made some hole and took water and took like that. And when coming down, it started snowing. Ooh, ah. And by the time we reached the hotel where we were staying, in the Dharamshala, I was covering myself with everything. I said, hey, I am not coming for darshan. I had this very terrible darshan. No, I am going to sleep like that. So, how many you have come all the way, you are not coming? I said, no. But why? I said, why should I come? I am enjoying whatever I am doing. If you are with yourself, without any regrets or without any arrogance of achievement, you are one with the truth. And that doesn't mean you will not feel cold. That doesn't mean you will not feel the miseries. Experiences will continue to happen, but experiencer will not be born. See? Otherwise, realization will be unhealthy condition. Kya karu yaar? Since I got realized, I was just going out of the hall and I dash against the wall very badly. Why? Everything is Brahman. I don't discriminate between the wall and the door. Okay. This is not realization. Therefore, Advayananda Rupasya Sadvayatvancha Dukkhita. The non-dual is recognized as dual and the bliss is recognized as miserable. This is called as bondage. So what is the then spiritual life practice? First of all, don't justify yourself being miserable. Don't justify. Many of us have this wrong habit of justifying that it is okay for you to say, don't be miserable, don't be miserable. But when you will get a wife like mine, then you will understand what it is. See? No. Refuse to be miserable. This is the highest spiritual practice. But for us it is the other way around. While doing japa we are miserable. पता नहीं इतना लंबा मंत्र क्यों दे दिया? हरे राम 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 हरे. Others they are giving small mantra. In the spiritual practice, the cartoons. See? Refuse to be miserable under any condition. But then what will happen to misery? Make others miserable. You relax. See? That is what I do. When there are two persons, daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, I put them to fight together and walk away and they watch it. Don't take life too seriously. And sarupena sthiti mukti iti riyate. So abidance in your essential self is called as moksha. And in that moksha, nobody is left. See? Bliss without, or the joy without an enjoyer, the knowledge without the knower, the action without the doer is living in God. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.